Seems like a beautiful day for a through hike. Day one, starting my through hike. This is beginning to feel a little bit like tradition. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. It's Rich getting ready to leave me in the fog. Look at it. My first little AT bridge. Look how cool it looks though. Looks like I'm getting into a little less manicured trail. So my trekking poles, I had stashed them in the back of my pack for travel, and that is where they stay. They're still there, they're back there, but I definitely can't get to them unless I take my pack off, which I don't want to do right now, so maybe later. Y'all be so kind just to grab those poles for me if you see them back there, because, oh, I just ate some water from the tree. I think the fog looks pretty awesome. Pretty happy with the boots so far anyway. Who knows? Hopefully I don't end up with blisters or something, but I've never, knock on wood, on any backpacking trips we've done or anything, had issues with blisters, but I've also not really worn boots, so we'll see. I have actually not seen another soul really out here once I hit the trail, other than the very beginning. I passed a couple with some adorable doggies. I imagine some people might have chose to not hike today, just given the weather. They might have chose to hold out and start tomorrow, which my husband did suggest, but I figure, I mean, I'm gonna have plenty of days like this, and besides, this is kind of a tradition at this point. First backpacking trip I did with my kids a number of years back was Carver's Gap, and it was pretty much like this. This is the trail, except more rain the whole time. All 3 days. It cleared up a little bit on the very last day, and we got to see a little bit of mountain. Ignore my breathing, going uphill. But we got to see some of the views, but for the most part I didn't see any of that, so I'm looking forward to that section. Might have spoke a little soon on the rain. Definitely started coming down out here. Still beautiful out here though, with rain dripping off of the pine. Gorgeous. Just put some electrolytes in my water because, believe it or don't, I am sweating. Rich just messaged and he made it back to the motorhome at Hiawassee, so that's good. I guess he was gonna make some sloppy joes, but couldn't find the mix, so he used Wendy's chili. Hey, look, in the first wildlife, it gets a shoe next to it. Where'd you go? I zoomed in and I lost you. He's burying his, well, he's burying his nuts. We're hiking, buddy. Hang out, I'm gonna cross. I need to move on, squirrely, squirrely. You just don't care that I'm here, do you? Literally, little guy doesn't care. What if I want to steal your stash? If it's not gonna rain much anymore, let me take this jacket off. Look how gorgeous that looks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ditch some of these layers because it is warm. It is like really warm with that sunshine. And then I can actually, hopefully, get my trekking poles. And look, they're still there, they didn't fall out. I'm gonna take them out of here so I don't forget, because that would be uncool. Alrighty. Whew. It is warm, warm, guys. I have too many layers on. So I'm eating my Nutella Uncrustable. The sun already went away again, like 3 seconds later, but I'm thinking I should probably find somewhere to go to the bathroom. So the awesome thing about starting in the winter is there's no leaves on the trees, right? And so you can usually get really good views. The bad thing about starting in the winter is there's no leaves on the trees. So other people get really good views when you go bathroom because there's not really anywhere to hide. I will figure it out. In my experience, like I've not seen anybody hardly all day. I've passed maybe a couple people and that's it. But my experience, the second that I get off trail and drop my doors to pee, I hear voices. I tend to joke, if I got lost, all I gotta do is go find a place to pee, drop my drawers, and somebody will be there. That's actually mildly kind of creepy. Isn't that cool? I'm planning on trying to make it to the Springer Mountain shelter area and then set up my tent around there. Because, you know, my planned start date for the AT was today, which is February 15th. And so I do want to get to the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail today. So, and I say that because right now I'm officially still on the approach trail. I haven't hit the actual AT yet until I get to Springer Mountain. Kind of cool. Still walking. Got about 3.5 miles till Springer Mountain, near where I plan to camp. Carrying my trekking poles now. But I see some undercast out here, but I can't get a real good look at it because the trees are kind of dense. Let me see if I can flip this. Yeah, so I don't think I can show you very good what I'm seeing. No. I'll be able to see it a tiny bit, but really pretty on the other side of those trees. I have to say, I think there's something to the electrolytes because I actually was getting a little bit of a cramp. Got hair in my mouth, tends to happen. But anyways, I was getting a little bit of a cramp, and yeah, I tried stretching it out. I tried all of that, and I did put some electrolytes in my water earlier, but I don't know, the amount of sodium worries me, so I just put a little bit in there, you know, maybe half the pack. But when I started getting the cramps and I tried stretching or whatever, and it was cramps in my calves coming up this mountain, I went ahead and put the rest of the electrolytes in my thing, making it a lot more concentrated. Drank some of it, and literally 30 seconds later, cramps went away. So I guess I'm gonna not worry as much about the sodium as I had been. Limberwell Gap, fire pit. This is definitely all about decisions, because I have about a liter of water left. I got a little bit left in this, but not much. And there's water here. I looked at the map on Far Out, and there's another water source not that much further ahead, so I think I'm gonna skip it for now, but I may fill up at the next one. Definitely starting to get a little dark out here, but that's pretty typical for me. In past backpacking and day hiking trips, I definitely am one to end up night hiking some. I was kind of hoping to get there a little earlier, just because I don't know how many people are on trail, and I don't know if I'll be able to get a tent site there, and or I may have to push on. We'll see. Definitely got a little bit dark on me out here. I'm turning the headlamp off because it's kind of like having your high beams on in the fog. Chili, chicken chili, because it is definitely making some of this for tonight. Hot chocolate. All right, put my bear can somewhere over here. Oh yeah, there it is. Stuck it in a tree, kind of, but not exactly. And I am finally gonna climb into my blanket. Chilling under my quilt. It is warm under here. It's a little chilly out there. It's I think it's supposed to get down to about 35, 34, something like that. But I'm quite cozy under here.